Okay, it is like 4 a.m. Because I don't know what sleep is, and I don't sleep at normal human hours. But we are filming another Shadowhunters video because a new one has come out, and I plan to watch it on Monday, but it is now 4 a.m. on Wednesday, but we're doing it, we're getting it out, we're getting it done, and that's all that matters. I've thankfully been able to avoid a lot of spoilers. I know something happens with whatever his name is, who's the High Warlock of Brooklyn, and Alex is gonna, like, beat him up, and I'm excited for that, and that's really all that I know. You know how these videos go if you don't watch one of the other ones. We're at like episode like what, 4 of 3B, so you know, if you don't know what's going on, that's not my fault.
Previously on Shadowhunters.
I can assure you, the Clave does not engage in torture.
One of the guards that escorted the city knight
Okay.
back to Madras says he can tell me what's really going on at the guard.
Thomas Greenlaw. Inside. My magic. It's gone.
Can you make it like the last time?
I can't right now. Hand them over.
Oh yeah, and then he was like stabbed. Oh right, that's what was happening. Okay. Maya needs to figure her shit out.
Be alive without my little sister.
Oh my god, we're gonna have some Jonathan content.
If Jonathan gets killed, so do I. I could die at any moment. I have
Oh,
to live the
no.
way I want to live.
I don't want to look at that scene again. I avoided it the first time. And even though I found out that he doesn't know that they were fucking, it's still weird. It's still weird. It's still like a, It's my Shadowhunter baby? Oh, it's not my baby. Thought it was one of my kids. Thought it was Jace or Alec, and it's not. It's this loser.
Did you miss me?
Oh god.
I told you I did.
Is he having some
Next time you
incest
want to send a
dream?
message like that, use email.
I'll admit it was a little dramatic. But it got your attention, didn't it?
We love drama.
Being back at the Institute and having to play Jace's virginal little girl again got real old real fast. I missed our life together.
Why did you?
Okay, I don't think that this is real. I think this is one weird dream sequence that Jonathan is having, which then posits the question, how does he know that they were having sex? I am uncomfortable. I hate this. Jonathan's storyline is weird and incesty, and I don't like it.
Because I felt like it. We Morgensterns don't like being told what to do.
That's the first time you've called yourself a Morgenstern.
It's who I am, isn't it?
This isn't a real Clary scene. It's very obvious.
What do you say?
Stop.
We take this family reunion on the road. We go to Madrid. Drink Tempranillo, visit the Prado.
I would love to visit the Prado. You know, I've always wanted to see those botch paintings in person.
Botch. Botch paintings. It's Bosch you would get. Clary would never get that wrong.
Whatever, I was close enough.
Tell me, are all seeming nymphs lent out by the bone chandelier so boneheaded?
It's not my fault the words are lame.
I don't. So he's like picking up like, not necessarily prostitutes, but like to fill out his weird incesty fantasy. And again, this posits the question, if he didn't know from their connection that they were having sex, how is this fantasy playing out? They can say all they want, but the script is right here, I mean.
Stick to the script. Never mouth off to me.
Won't happen again. I promise. I'll be better.
Don't bother. I was foolish to ever think I could be satisfied with a fake. I suppose I'll just have to get my hands on the real thing.
This is... Oh, so he's just in New York. No one's putting out tracks for him. Hold on. They know that he's out. Didn't Jace say a thing about they're going to, like, put his face out there so people will like know to look for him? Did no one think to try to track him? Apparently tracking just isn't a thing that they do anymore because it doesn't create enough drama, but it's literally, he's in the city limits. This was one of the things that I questioned when they were in like Russia. I was like, can you not just track them? Is it only within the tri-state area? He's in the tri-state area. Why is no one trying to track him? They're all being really stupid and it's really annoying. Oh yeah, there was a massacre, so let's see, how we, we're not doing good.
The pounding.
It stopped.
Must be after sunrise.
I have to get out of here now.
Have they just been cowering in there all night? How has Jordan not died of blood loss or infection? I'm not a doctor. I don't know how this needs to work, but this is kind of dumb.
Careful, careful. Just because we don't hear anything doesn't mean Heidi didn't leave more vamps to finish us off.
And you're sure she's the one behind the attack?
Yeah.
Guarantee it. She set me up to provoke the vamps that you mort. It's exactly what she wanted.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
They locked you in because you're dumb.
Damn it, they must have barricaded us inside.
Where's your phone?
Not on your person? Oh, it is. Oh, was it dead?
No service.
Where's Simon?
Of course.
He's gonna worry if he doesn't hear from you.
I don't think so.
They broke up.
We broke up.
I was joking about them getting together again, but this is not what I want. I feel like that's the only reason that we put this thing in. Just cause they're not together anymore doesn't mean that Simon, because they try to write him as a nice guy who cares, wouldn't be like, haven't seen Maya in like 4 days. But it's fine. We don't, probably gonna have them be a couple or something dumb.
We just have to sit tight. Someone will come for us eventually.
Who? My whole pack was just slaughtered. Luke stepped down, and the Jade Wolf is freaking closed on Mondays.
Oh no! The Jade Wolf is closed on Mondays. How
Claustrophobic.
convenient.
I'm gonna wolf out if we don't get out of here.
Try to relax.
I told her to wolf out in the beginning, but now she's not. Is this a thing? I feel like this is a thing, where she's like claustrophobic, and that's why she didn't like being in here before. But I don't really remember her storyline too well. She should wolf out, because then she's stronger and can break down the door. I don't know why she's trying to prevent this, like her in her human form's gonna do anything. But maybe we can't pay the editors for some CGI werewolves.
Come on. Breathe.
Yes, breathing is good. Look at Jordan. Died of blood loss, but helping Maya. Jordan's my boy.
Everything's gonna be okay.
It's really not. Well, it is, because you guys are likable characters and nothing's gonna happen to you, but like, you're not doing too well. That's it? They're just stuck in there? Okay, fun. Who is that with the nails? Clary? It is. Oh, wow. It's Jace.
Morning.
Morning.
Is it bedhead? Or is it morning breath?
Wait, is the Jace Hairnail feeling insecure?
Maybe a little.
Who's...
He has the most beautiful woman in the world in his bed.
And,
I am
Arguable.
guessing that is not the first time you've used that line.
almost definitely.
Actually, it is.
I don't believe you.
I've wanted to wake up next to you for so long.
Why, though?
And now,
I hope all the Clay strippers are happy, because I'm not here for this.
I was thinking today maybe we could do something. Celebrate your homecoming.
Is this gonna be a Clay's episode? Oh my
We
god.
found all of this in Elliot's bookshop. Yeah, he kept detailed wrinkles on the websites and all sorts of Shadowhunter relics. If you're looking for the sword Jonathan's after, it's a good place to start. All right, well, we're gonna take
Sorry, I
this
wasn't
one
listening. I was just so
apart.
relieved by not having to look at Clace anymore.
We found all of this in Elliot's bookshop.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Isabel.
So I was thinking about what Sentry Greenlaw had to say before he was murdered.
Look at the light woods in all dark colors.
He said he had information on what was really going on at the guard, and he was killed for it. Aren't you interested in knowing what he had to say?
Of course, but there
His
are...
last word was, inside. I think he was
Inside.
being literal. I want to do an autopsy.
Don't you think Gia might notice if we return a body that's already been cut open?
I'll be stealthy. This is important, Alec. It's our responsibility to find out what's really going on here.
24 hours. Then I'm reporting to the cliff.
That's so nice. Oh, now we're on a mansion. But finally, Izzy's autopsy skills that were introduced for like seemingly no reason are coming into play, and we love that. Oh, we love classical music to signify. What is this? Who is the? It is. It's the guy. It's that guy. Magnus is so done. But we love classical music to signify bad guys. And then I was like, wait, that's Magnus, not bad guy, but it is. It's the High Warlock of Brooklyn, and we're here to throw hands. Don't know why we're throwing hands, but I don't need to know why we're throwing hands.
Is that you, Bane?
We love just doing flips.
See you all the way down there.
Magnus is so done. Ah, we love being extra.
So sorry to hear about your, well, embarrassing situation. I hear you're magic challenged.
Wait,
You're forbidden.
is that guy who played who Hamilton? Is that him? Wait, hold on. He was Broadway Hamilton, yes? That is him! Oh my god. I should have made this connection so much sooner, but oh my god. Oh my god, I love him. Oh my god, now my feelings on Lorenzo are so conflicted because I was very much ready to be like, fuck this guy, but it's Javier. I don't know how to pronounce his last name because I don't know what the accent above the end sounds like, but it's him. Oh my god. No one told me this, and I knew him in the context of Broadway, and I knew him in this context, but I didn't realize that they were the same, and how do I hate Lorenzo now? Oh my god, I'm so conflicted. How am I supposed to hate Lorenzo when he is Usnavi from In the Heights and Alexander Hamilton? Like, he's basically Lin-Manuel Miranda. How do you hate... I don't know what to do now. I love Javier. I don't love Lorenzo, but I love Magnus, and I love Harry Shum Jr. Well, now at least all the scenes when they're together, I can get something out of everything, so... conflicted, but we are sticking true to our morals. We're like, no, Lorenzo sucks, we're still gonna beat his ass, I'm sorry, and I love you, but we gotta do it. I had to do it to him.
I hear you're magic challenged. I hear you've forbidden every warlock in the city from helping me. I have. And now you've come to me.
Well, yeah, that's what happens, because you're
So
a
what?
loser.
You want me to grovel? That would be a start, especially after assaulting me. That was inexcusable. I did plan on punishing you for that, but it appears the fates have beaten me to the punch. So, how can I be of help? Oh, come on, Lorenzo. You know why I came here. Yes, I do, but I want to hear you say it. And it couldn't hurt to use the word please. Will you help me get my magic back?
I'm not that surprised that that's what they're trying to do, because I'm like, why else would you go to the High Warlock of Brooklyn? And also, a bunch of people on Tumblr were talking about when he gets his magic back, because, like, obviously, if we could find a way for them to, like, for Magnus and Alec to be together without the whole immortality problem, it's gonna be fine, because that's what they deserve. So, I'm not like, wow, but also, like, I'm still kind of shook that that's him. Oh my god.
How's mundane life treating you? Must be quite mundane. Doing laundry, taking the subway. Are you going to help me or not? As a matter of fact, I am. For a price.
Of course.
Anything you want. Not a very clever way to start negotiation, Bane. Any material possession you want, it's yours.
That's not a smart thing to say.
Without my magic, you can't imagine what it's like. I may not. But
Okay. Again, this is a whole problem with the whole we need to fit basically like everything ever into like 10 episodes because we're getting canceled. But again, we've seen one episode of struggle and it really wasn't that hard. And it seemed like he was okay with it because he was like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with the man that I love and life is fine. And now he's like, my life is so hard. I had to put on eyeliner like a normal person and my life is over. And like, we've not seen really any struggle. It's a very much a show don't tell situation where he's just telling us that his life is hard, but we really haven't seen any real struggle. But it's fine. Love Magnus. I don't love Lorenzo, but I love Lorenzo. We love powerful men of color. That's what we're gonna say.
as High Warlock, it is my job to protect you.
Is it? Are you still a warlock if you don't have powers? That doesn't make any sense. What does, if he's a mundane now, why would he be protected by the warlock? I don't, it's, we're gonna move on.
Thank you, Lorenzo. You are, of course, aware that there are risks. I can give you the transfusion of magic, but whether or not your body accepts it... I can take care of myself.
No, that's...
Very well.
Lorenzo's being really nice and like really just like chill about this, which I would not have expected considering that they're basically rivals. Now I can like Lorenzo. All is fine. Lorenzo's cool. We can like Lorenzo again. All is good. This clearly doesn't sound like a good idea. The transfusion of magic, first of all, what? How can you just be, can you do that to anyone? How are you still a warlock if you don't have magic? What distinguishes you as a warlock if it's not your magic? Can you do this to any mundane and just turn them into a warlock? Is that how you get more warlocks? I don't... This is confusing, but it's fine. And it's clearly not going to go well at first, but he's going to be fine. Magnus is going to be fine. They would never kill Magnus. Like, they would barely hurt him. He's fine. He's going to get it, and it's not going to go well at first, but then they're going to do something, and it's all going to be fine. Oh, we're doing this now. Okay. Why did he do it with his downstage hand?
Take it for a spin.
Was that literally it? Oh my god, that's it. We love an outfit change. Lorenzo was so kind for literally no reason. What is the price? First of all, before he gave him the magic, Magnus doesn't know what he wants, which is never good because now he's basically indebted to him without knowing the price of his debt. That's not smart, but it's fine. We're moving on. If getting magic was that easy, then why was it this big, wonderful price that he had to pay to his father? Apparently that was like the be-all, end-all, just give me all your magic, but he could just hop over to Lorenzo and be like, hey boy, give me some of yours, and that's literally it. Why was it such a big deal to give it to his father if he could just go get it from someone? I don't... You know, I saw this post on Tumblr about how the writing in the show is kind of bad. And, like, honestly, I love it. I love the show with all my heart. I would not be watching it again if I didn't love it. But a lot of times things don't make sense.
I won't forget this, Lorenzo.
No, I imagine you won't.
Well, yeah.
Before you go,
Yeah, what's the debt?
aren't you curious about my price?
Yeah, I am. I guess we're not. Okay. But does this make him immortal again? Do we have to deal with the whole I'm gonna outgrow you and watch you wither and die while, like, I just get to live on? Are we back on that bullshit? Nothing's being explained, but that's fine. We're just gonna go see more Clace being cute, because we have time for that. I'm trying to be fair and be like, Clay shippers have really got nothing, because they've been really separated, like, a lot. So, like, if it makes y'all happy, y'all deserve to be happy too. But honestly, in the grand scheme of the fact that we have maybe 7 episodes left, let's just say Clace going on a date isn't of the utmost importance that we need to be spending our screen time on. But fine. There's a lot of Clace shippers.
Alright,
So
how romantic.
This way we'll be on our own.
You never told me you knew how to ice skate.
Well, I don't. Yet. I mean, I was kind of hoping you could show me how it's done.
Well, it's been a while since I've been on the ice. What gave you this idea?
Well, there's a photo on your dresser of you and your mom. You were at Rockefeller Center and
her dead mom?
you look really happy in a little skate costume. And I knew that's something I had to do for you.
Aww. Jesus, a great guy.
So thoughtful.
It really is. You don't deserve him.
Exercise.
6.
Great.
Those are so small. They're still just in the freezer. Oh my god.
Has the bleeding stopped? You're shivering.
Well, he's kind of dying, Maya. He's still in the freezer. We don't have time of all the things to give conflict to. This is not it. We could have had some conflict of, oh, Magnus can't handle the magic. Something actually interesting, not just people literally locked in a box. The things that they choose to spend their very precious screen time on are baffling. But it's fine. Let's see if Jordan's okay.
Just a little cold.
Yeah, it's called... Yeah, it's called blood loss.
I was stabbing for Suva. I didn't want you to worry.
No, Jordan, this...
How long has he been bleeding for? Like 8 hours? It's daytime now, so it has to be like a while. Jordan's just like, yeah, I'm slowly being poisoned to death, but it's Gucci. Like, what is he doing? This is so stupid. I hate this so much. Bad?
This is serious. If you don't get treatment, you could die.
He's not going to
We have to
die.
get you to the institute now.
Freda. It's the only place that can treat silver poisoning.
Yeah.
Is anybody out there?
No.
Help us!
Okay, I was really supportive of Maya being alpha, but if she cracks under pressure like this, she cannot. This is not an alpha material. She is losing her fucking mind. Wolf out! Break down the door! We have to hurry up. Like, sure, you won't have clothes. Oh no! You're gonna soon be in there with a bunch of clothes, but also a dead body if you don't fucking hurry this up. We've had 2 scenes of them just locked in a box. I can't. Oh my god.
At least take my jacket. Keep you warm. So we can get you to the praetor.
This is.
It's okay.
Seriously? Now is not the time to be a gentleman. Just take the frickin' jacket.
We're not battling hypothermia. We're battling blood loss and poison, and Jack is not gonna do much, Maya. Is she really just gonna sit there and cuddle with him and wait for help to come? They're treating her like such a damsel, but she really isn't. She'll really be able to be like, let's look around for something to break us out, or let me wolf out and put, like, to be able to do something. She's doing nothing. She's actively doing nothing, and it's really annoying.
A trick I use when I'm in a bad situation.
Oh my god, please do not confess your love.
I think of a time when I'm happy and I transport myself there. You should try it now.
No, we need to try getting out.
First thing that comes to your head.
I didn't know where I was going. I just knew that I needed to get away. Then the car started making all these weird noises, and it died. And I was stranded right in the middle of the Cape May Expressway.
Okay, Maya, we love acting. She's giving a really heartfelt performance, but do we really have this fucking time? First of all, in the overall grand scheme of the show, we don't have time for this. 2, it's clear that they're just trying to, like, help them bond to possibly put them back into a relationship, which is... No. Also, he's dying. We don't have time for this. This is so dumb. Oh my god.
It's a happy memory, remember?
But it was.
Because that's when I met you.
Because I called you and you came.
If y'all kiss, I'm gonna scream.
What's your memory?
Is it also of her?
Down at the beach,
I'm gonna scream.
getting ready for a surf.
A shark bites your leg.
Right when I'm about to get into the water,
A shark. Ah.
I see this girl freezing her butt off.
Oh god, what is this music change? I'm gonna lose my mind. This is not the time for a romantic subplot. Jordan's dying! I don't know how we can go from her, like, hyperventilating and having a panic attack to being like, you're gonna die, to just like, oh, nice acoustic guitar, we're just reminiscing about being in a relationship. No! This is not the time. It's like Clace and I don't know what Jordan and Maya's ship name is, Jaya. They have like one brain cell between the 4 of them. This is not the time. I love how we actively have Jonathan on the loose, running amok, possibly ending the world again, and we're just like, yeah, we're just gonna break into this arena, this ice skating rink that is closed on a Monday, which I guess makes sense. A lot of things are closed on Mondays, but just we don't have the time. There's too much to get done. We need to find Jonathan. Apparently no one's pressed about trying to find Jonathan, but I guess we're gonna ice skate.
You got it?
Yeah,
You got it?
yeah,
Okay, now let go.
I got it.
There you go.
The poor cameraman also probably had to be on skates. He should have really good balance, you know, with all the training that he's done as a Shadowhunter, so I don't know why he's all wobbly. But I guess we need to have some cute bonding moments for no fucking reason other than we need a romantic subplot to keep the teenagers interested. It's not like your brother's trying to, you know, destroy the world or anything. Or Jordan's actively dying of silver poisoning. I
was born ahead of the curve, Clary. I'm trying not to show off because I know this is your thing, so...
He should have balance.
By all means, so.
Ow.
That looked really painful.
fix it and make it better?
You know, yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be nice.
I guess they're cute, but you know, if you think about it, I don't get why they're together.
It's not me, by the way. It's the skates.
I see.
I'm pretty sure they're too big. I'm gonna go get a new pair. You'll see, it's gonna be completely different.
Her teeth
Whatever
are
you say.
super
I do, I
white.
say.
Can't wait.
He should have really good balance from being a shadow hunter and, like, you know, training and stuff, but is this when Jonathan's gonna come and snatch Clary? This would be a great moment to... Oh, they're showing him getting the skates. Okay, so something's gonna happen. There's a reason for this scene. Jonathan coming to snatch Clary? It is!
You hurt me, you hurt Clary, remember? But Lilith brought me back. She brought me back stronger. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna kill me? No.
Do it. You won't.
If I killed you, Clary would never forgive me.
She doesn't have to know it was you. Oh my god! Okay, we get it. You're a demon. You have demon eyes. Thank you, Supernatural. What are you doing? Oh my god, we're doing the owl thing again. Because apparently he can shapeshift. You know, if he could shapeshift, why did he do that from the very beginning when she woke up to be like, oh, it's Jace, you can trust me, we're just hanging out. And this could really fulfill his incest fantasy. Like, some things I feel like are just introduced a bit too late to make sense. God damn it, if they're gonna kiss, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream, because this weird incesty plot makes me so uncomfortable. Because this will be double incest, because it'll fulfill the Clay's incest, and then it'll fulfill that weird Jonathan Clary incest.
You were getting so good.
Don't worry. There's somewhere else I want to take you today.
Don't kiss.
My day's not over.
Don't kiss. Thank God. Okay. Who's
We're
that?
supposed to read through every page until we find a mention of the Morningstar sword.
Who's that guy?
Faster way.
Wait, no. Who's that guy? Is that just a random shadow hunter? What about that other guy? There was one random shadow hunter that had a name. I don't remember what it is right now, but he has a face and a name, and we didn't like him. Maybe that's why he's not in the scene. But there was a guy. Why do we have him? Who is this random shadow hunter? But it's Alec. I love Alec.
We're really supposed to read through every page until we find a mention of the Morningstar sword. There's gotta be a faster way.
Digitize your books. Is that an earthquake? It's Magnus with a portal.
I can help speed things up.
I'm also confused, but he has his magic, isn't that crazy? Alec is just like...
All the pages referencing the Morningstar sword.
Magnus, how did you get your magic back?
I got some help from Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, why would he help you?
He's the High Warlock. It's his job. You gonna help me look through these?
I feel like there's something you're not telling me.
Please don't lie to your husband.
I am, but...
Aha! Here it is. List of...
Open and honest communication is the key to any good relationship, and Magnus is trying to not be vulnerable. And, like, I get it, because it was a stupid decision that you don't even know. Well, at least we, the audience, don't know what this price you have to pay is, but also, you should probably, you know, if you want to spend the rest of your life, or maybe not, who knows? Who knows what his immortality status is at the moment, but if you want to spend the rest of your life with this man, I would suggest maybe telling him what the fuck is going on. Just a suggestion.
Well, apparently he was so obsessed with the sword that he was buried with it.
The grave digging.
Fancy a trip to Belgium?
So we can go grave robbing?
Sounds less classy when you put it that way. Feels good to be back.
I'm with Alec. Yeah, guess you gotta go.
You're really not gonna tell me where we're going.
You'll like it. I promise.
Jace, I have to tell you something.
Yeah, sure. Anything.
Last night,
Oh, she's gonna confess something about Jonathan, and then Jonathan's gonna be like, she doesn't really love me, then he's gonna get mad and lash out.
Jonathan sent me a message.
Really?
It's through our room. He carved "I miss you" into my arm.
And now he's here.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, it's nothing an Arazzi couldn't take care of, but I didn't want to keep it from you.
Wow. It's almost as if Magnus should listen to this advice. It's almost as if open and honest communication is the key to any good relationship. Wow. Can't believe I'm agreeing with Clary.
You know, I can't really blame him for being crazy about you.
That's not something Jace would say. That's not something anyone should say about someone's brother.
Jace, the guy kidnapped me and held me hostage.
But he did it out of love.
Clary?
I'm sorry. You're right. It must have been very traumatic.
Traumatic?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I wanted to, but Jace, things have been so perfect between us. I
Have they?
didn't want to spoil the mood. You're not angry, are you?
Not at all. I just want to make sure you're safe.
Dominic Sherwood's acting is so
You
good.
activated your anti-tracking room, right?
Double checked it this morning.
Oh. Okay, then everything's cleared up then. We have an anti-tracking rune. If they have anti-tracking runes, then I guess any plausible reason to try to track, it's fine. I feel like that's a cop-out thing to say, to be like, oh, they can't track them because anti-tracking runes, but sure, we'll move on.
And no one can hurt you. And if they try, I'll be here to protect you.
Is she gonna say I don't need your protecting? Nope. Okay. Cool. Is Clary not suspicious? Love that.
Okay, thanks.
Simon.
He went out on the hunt for Heidi and I hadn't.
That was weird. I got excited to see Simon. I thought it was gonna be Simon because I was like, I need a new character in this mix because every other character is annoying me. I don't like Simon. I don't want to get it twisted. I don't like Simon. I like Alberto Rosende. That's like where my love of Simon comes from. I don't like Simon. I don't like Simon. I don't like Simon. I just wanted a character that I haven't seen be stupid right now. I need someone who hasn't been stupid yet in this episode. Because everyone's being a bit stupid right now. So, like, new character. Maybe Simon will be the smart one this episode. That'd be crazy.
No one's seen him since. We have to keep.
Are they not like, maybe. Go check. Okay. Okay, Luke, when you hear that, are you not like, who are his immediate contacts? Simon? Maya. Simon, do you know where he is? No? Maya. Oh, Maya's not answering? Wonder why that is. That's a bit suspicious. And then, like, where would Maya be? The Jade Wolf. Let's go waltz over to the Jade Wolf, see where Maya is. Like, Luke has not... These seem like the first 5 steps after you hear this news. And here he is, just chilling at the bar. But maybe there's a reason. I usually say these things and jump to conclusions before they flesh out this scene, before they flesh out what they're going to say, and then I end up being wrong. But still, why hasn't he... None of these characters seem to be proactive. They're not, like, Maya's not actively trying to get out of the cell. No one is actively trying to look for Jonathan. Everything's just sort of happening in the background. Nobody's pursuing anything, and it's very annoying.
They've had eyes on me ever since Ollie's mom was killed. I can't go anywhere without an escort. I bet you my phone is tapped.
Okay, so maybe that's why he didn't
I
call.
don't know about your phone, but I might have an idea how to deal with those cops.
Kill them. Slurp, slurp. They're still in the... He's gonna die, Maya.
Thank you
Oh my god.
for saving my life.
I can't watch these scenes. They're so stupid. You cannot establish the gravity of the situation with Maya, like, shaking and sobbing and being like, you're going to die, and then just have all of this nothing where they just sit and let him die. This is so stupid.
That vampire was gonna gut me if you didn't get in its way.
And then you would be dying.
Best I could do, getting you into this mess.
And maybe Jordan would be able to get us out.
Besides, I know you didn't mean it, so...
Oh,
so I'm not
okay.
getting into that right now.
So all that abuse and trauma it's retcon. Got it? Cool.
Abandoning you after I touch you.
Jordan, stop.
What do you mean
Lucky, you know.
stop? Why are you talking like he's not gonna die after you just had a panic attack over the fact that he is dying? You can't literally just be like 2 scenes earlier be like, you're dying, oh my god, and then be like, you're fine. Like, that's not, these are, we gotta keep going, it's fine.
If you leave, I wanted to be by your side.
Jordan,
Do not cast. This is not the time.
If you could take her back. Save Teresa.
Jordan,
No idea what he's saying.
Jordan.
Oh my god, is he dead? Oh my god, did they actually kill him?
Hey,
They
I
did not.
forgive you, okay? I was just confused and sad and mad at myself for loving you, but it doesn't matter now. Jordan, you're gonna get through this.
Is that it? They have ruined Maya's character. I hate her now. Wow. What? Why? She is putting all of the blame of the traumatic things done to her, and she's making them her fault when they're not her fault. It was very clearly established that he, like, violated and assaulted her by, like, turning her. And it was very clear that he was in the wrong in the show and in the books. And that Jordan was kind of an awful guy for doing that. For, like, apologizing for your mistakes does not make up for the trauma. And she's like, it's just my fault because I loved you too. That's not how... they really dropped the ball on that. That's not, no. Mm-mm. But apparently now he's dead, even though I don't really think he's dead. And even if he is, I don't really care. He was barely in the show. But that's what happens when you just sit on the ground and wait for someone to come rescue you. Well, we love a green screen. Oh, that green screen's so bad.
I don't think you're supposed to take this.
There was no one there to stop me.
Are you some kind of outlaw now?
You're right. I'm sorry.
Is Clary not
I think I just forget
suspicious?
myself around you.
No! I said that he was gonna try to kiss Clary, and I hate this so much. Oh, this is, oh god, oh my god. I thought that they could have stayed away from incest in this show, but I was too hopeful. This is wrong, and no, and we didn't have to do this. We did not have to write Jonathan as this weird incesty plot. We just didn't. Doesn't matter if that's how it was in the books. You could be like, how about we just don't? Because it's bad, it's nasty. And just because he's a bad, nasty character doesn't mean we have to keep the bad, nasty things that he does in the show. I am truly appalled and disgusted. The only thing that can make this good right now is if Jace comes running in and is like, Clary, and then Clary's like, oh my god, who's the real Jace? And we could have one of those moments. That's the only redeemable thing that could happen. But right now, I'm appalled that this is happening and appalled that this went up so many chains of commands of people being like, yes, even though it's not blatantly incest, it pretty much is. Because we know that's not Jace, that's her brother. And everyone was like, yeah, sure. Her, like, making out with her brother, A-okay. And, like, the writers and the producers and the directors and, like, the showrunners and the network was all like, yeah, cool, this is good. How did this happen? Who allowed this to happen? We have to have a chat. This is not okay. And just because, like, people are going to try to justify it by being like, he's a bad person. The things he's supposed to do are not supposed to be okay, blah, 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 blah. But that doesn't, no. Just because you're a bad person, he can do other bad things. He can go, like, literally do any other bad thing that's, like, acceptable in this universe where it's like murder. He can go murder people. That establishes him as a bad person. Incest, especially with how dubiously it's being presented, with it not being him and actually being Jace, it's not okay. Could you tell that was your brother?
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm lightheaded. I must be dehydrated.
It's so green screen.
It's me. I've been running you ragged all over the city.
Running you
Maybe you
ragged?
can get us something to drink.
Of course.
Okay, wait.
Stay right there.
That was not, wait.
I've been running you ragged all over the city.
You guys can't see this because I don't have visuals. But, right here, there's someone who clearly in this shot where you're looking at Clary, someone, like, walks behind Jace, but then it cuts to a scene of Jace and no one's walking. She knows that was his. Does she know that's her brother? Wait. What's the point of a glamour if your reflection doesn't reflect your Oh, God. First of all, yeah, that was stupid. What's the point of a glamour? But also, that further proves the point that that was incest and not. They wanted to drive home the fact that we're like, yes, that is Clary's brother. That's not Jace. They kissed and that they are siblings. No, they didn't need to do this. They avoided it with Clace. They could have avoided it this way. They didn't need to do this. I hate this. Please be Magnus. It's Izzy, which is better than all the other idiots. We love a scientist. We love a queen. Izzy's the only proactive, smart character. Izzy's the only valid character now.
Clary? Izzy, I'm on the promenade with Jonathan. He's glamored himself to look like Jace.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. He doesn't know I know, but...
You're fine. We're not going to talk about the fact that you kissed your brother. Okay. We're going to skip past the incest. We're not even going to address it and address the fact that that was wrong. We're just going to skip right past it.
He's gotta be in danger. We were at an ice rink in Chelsea. Jonathan must have ambushed him there.
Just sit tight. I'll find Jace, then I'm coming for you.
I'll deactivate my anti-tracking room.
Good idea. Once we find you, you can use your somnus room.
I can only sedate him for a minute.
That'll give us enough time to take him into custody.
Who's that?
Alec.
Clary.
He's...
Why does everyone do that in TV shows? Like, someone clearly hangs up the phone and they're just like, hello? And I'm like, you hear the beep, beep, beeps. That means the call was ended. Like, do you not know how phone works?
But I told him about your surprise, and he said to take the rest of the day off.
I guess I owe him one. Let's go.
Alec would never. Well, maybe Alec would now, but like, Alec would never. That whole corner was so clearly a set. We love grave robbing with your husband. That's also a green screen too. Could you not have filmed in the same graveyard you filmed in like season 1? Because that is not, no, that is not. Look at that lighting. Look at how nasty and dark that and dank that lighting is. Can we not get candles? Can we not pull from the millions of candles we have in the prop department to make this a bit lighter? This episode's really getting on my nerves. It could just be so much not stupid. Are they gonna have a conversation about the magic? It's so dark. Are we gonna see candles? Are there candles? No candles? Disappointed. There's torches!
Let's just grab the sword and get out of here.
So close
Touch
to
anything,
candles.
you don't have to.
Alexander, surely you're not squeamish about seeing a dead body.
No, I'm squeamish about disturbing a man's grave.
Valid.
Easy. Relax.
Why are you touching it with your hands? If he can move things with magic, why isn't he moving the sword out with magic? It's fucking stupid. What was that? What was the whole point of going to that antique shop to go talk to that guy if he didn't actually have the sword? And he just said he had the sword and that he actually sold it to someone, but it clearly wasn't sold to... Some things in the show are stupid and pointless. Take it out with magic. Oh my god. What is the point of touching it with your hands if you have magic? Thank you.
So it's the Morningstar sword?
It's just a regular sword?
Nope.
I'm not surprised. Okay, so maybe that guy really did have the sword. But do they even know what the Morningstar sword is or looks like in order to identify if that's the Morning... Because we haven't seen what it's supposed to look like, so...
What?
The sheath appears to be authentic. Onyx plated silver. But the blade? Not so much. It's a fake. Someone beat us to it.
Love that.
Jonathan, Multis Regis.
Sounds French.
Sword of Lucifer, whose might will drive the fallen
From the many realms of hell.
Love
The
Latin.
real sword. Jonathan can summon an army of demons.
Are we surprised? What did you think he was gonna do? Isn't that basically what... Are we just really reusing the plot from season 1? This is exactly what his dad was trying to do by raising an army of basically demons with the cup. Now it's just with a sword. We love creativity. Okay, moving on.
He's on the move.
What did Simon do?
What the?
Oh.
Now, where'd you learn how to do that?
seen a lot of movies.
I don't know what kind of upside down world we're in, but I'm like liking Simon the most out of this episode. I'm kind of shocked. Simon's kind of like actually likable. I don't know what's going on. I am surprised. That was like useful. He's never useful. And he's useful for someone other than himself. And he was smart. And he was funny. And do I like Simon now? My opinions on all the characters are changing because of this one episode. Can you believe? Oh, we love a bad bitch. We love random Shadowhunters. He's still just on the ground. He hasn't woken up or anything.
Jace.
Iratzi? Good job. So he's fine. Can you remove the tape from his mouth, maybe?
By the angel.
Thank you. We love Izzy.
Where is she? Where's Clary?
She's with Jonathan. He glamored herself to look like you.
Does she know?
Yes, but we have to move quickly. They're heading north to Harlem.
There's a huge clay line junction out there. He must be trying to get her to his apartment. If he gets her inside.
That's not gonna happen. Let's go.
Wait, okay, first of all, if Clary didn't know, how would Izzy know? Thoughts? It's a logical question, so I'm not gonna harp on it too much, but like, what does that mean? If he gets her to his apartment, then what happens? He didn't lock her in before. She left freely with him, and she also tried to escape like an idiot before, so it's not like she's like locked there. It's not like you can never find her again. If she turns off her anti-tracking room, which I don't know why she wouldn't do as soon as she got a stellite, but if she turns off her anti-tracking room, then you can find. I don't get the consequences of getting her back to the apartment. But we're gonna move on.
What's with all the packing? We can just come back here after we check in at the Institute.
Actually, I don't think that's possible.
Did you sell the apartment?
Why not?
When Lorenzo gave me my magic back, he did so at a price.
The apartment?
He asked you for your
apartment.
Why?
I am so upset, and I can't even really understand why. This feels like a betrayal. Because, like, first of all, like, Alec just said, that's stupid. His apartment's very nice. I get it. But also, like, we are, like, 6 episodes to the end, and this apartment has been a very staple set. Why are we getting rid of it at the very end of the series? That's stupid. It's probably a setup for them to be able to move into their own, like, conjoined space together. That's not just, like, Alec moving into Magnus's place, but them getting a place together. Like, I get that. But also, this is so dumb. We have, like, 6 episodes left, and you want to create a new set? First of all, stupid. Second of all, who has that kind of money? You have to redesign a whole...
I wasn't in a position to refuse.
I'll kill him.
Alexander, no.
He took advantage of you. He stole your home.
He didn't steal it. I gave it to him. If I had to, I'd do it again.
I don't understand.
Neither do I.
I've had many happy memories in this apartment.
Yeah, y'all fucked for the first time.
But at the end of the day,
it's just a place. Because your home is with him.
But my magic, it makes me feel alive. Yes, I can do fabulous tricks, jet around the world, help the people I love, but more than that, magic connects me to everything around me. Without magic, I feel like a stranger.
Valid.
The world keeps on going. It's like I'm not a part of it.
Okay, I guess.
Like suddenly I don't matter.
Oh, okay.
Yes, of course you matter.
I know, Alexander. Everyone does, but without magic, I can't feel it. This apartment is not important. I have you, and I have my magic. Truly, that's enough. Try and be happy for me.
This is dumb. Is that it? Oh my god. Okay, that's a gruesome scene. Oh, but they're finally just getting to the Jade Wolf. Okay, wait. Why couldn't Luke have just sent Simon? That would have been so much faster since he could run there and be like, oh, there's a massacre. Yikes. I don't know why we had to wait for Luke to come along as well. Maybe because we need some vampire werewolf dichotomy to talk about the situation. I don't know. But basically, the price of Jace's life was Magnus's apartment. which when you think of it, really isn't that much. The apartment is really, truly, as much as it like means so much to like the show as it's like a staple like set, it's really in like objectively not worth much just because it's a place. But Magnus gave up his magic, which should have been this all grand thing, for Jace to live. So that was a big price to pay, but then to get it back, it just costed his apartment. Those things are not equal. Like, his apartment should not be worth as much as Jace's life, but that's what it's equaled out to. So, it's fine. We love a zoom in shot.
Oh no. It's a massacre.
Yeah, we can see that, thank you. Oh, she could hear. Oh, he can hear. He can hear Maya crying. And he also has super strength, doesn't he? Because that's how he bent the tail. Why didn't Simon go on his own? So it was Simon that found her all along. And this whole scene, every scene that Jade Wolf this episode is literally so stupid. Oh, but this must be really traumatic for Luke to see his whole pack massacred. Is that it? Is that the only reason we brought him, in order to like see his life fall apart? If we did the logical thing where he's like, oh, Jordan's missing, call Simon because they were roommates. And they were roommates. And be like, yo, Jordan's missing, do you know where he is? And Simon's like, no, but if he's missing, I guess I'll go find him. Because apparently, if Luke is like the first place we should look is the Jade Wolf, he could be like, can you go, you should probably go check the Jade Wolf. Simon can go super quick because he has super speed, and he can push down the barricade because he's super strong. Save Maya. Jordan probably could have gone to help a lot quicker and possibly not be dead. So the only reason we had to wait this long and be this stupid was to show Luke in a traumatic moment. Why? For drama, I guess, but also it just seems stupid and pointless. See? Simon's super strong. He pulled off the whole door.
Simon. Is he alive? Barely.
I have to get him up.
Where are we going? Why all the secrecy? What's the rush?
There's no rush.
Do not seduce your brother. Stop. Don't.
It's so rare we get to spend any time alone together.
No, 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 no.
Are you okay?
Perfect.
Bad liar.
You seem a little on edge.
I wonder why.
Maybe I'm just worried that I won't like your taste in art.
Thought we were enjoying our time together.
What is going on? Why is she stalling? Can she, what is he doing, some mind thing? What was that? What was that slow-mo sequence? Clary, what the fuck? Oh my god, and he has super speed, which I don't get. Again, so dumb. Why? Why? Why does he have super speed?
You had him, Clary.
Yeah.
I know.
But
What happened?
I don't know.
this is why I don't like Clary.
Who did this? We're pretty sure Heidi's the one behind the attack. She sent a bunch of vamps with silver blades. Oh, we have to get him to the crater. They're the only ones who can save him.
Okay. Yeah, T-Bellicos.
This is super sad. We didn't need all this.
Luke, are you coming?
No!
I have to finish the rites.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're gonna find him in here with all these dead bodies. Why? 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 Okay, also, if Simon's strong enough with his super vampire strength to push, like, the whole barricade thing over, he's strong enough to carry Jordan. I know in, like, not actuality because, like, they are in real life human people, but, like, he should be able to just carry Jordan and run out. So Maya can leave out the back. Simon can pick up Jordan and yeet out the back, and Luke should not be here in the first place. But I guess he'll go to prison or something.
Get him out of here.
I don't care.
Take care of the cops.
We have to contact the Institute. We have
Simon, I said I'll handle it. Get him to the Prater now.
Okay, get the door.
What are you gonna do? You should wolf out.
Oh my god. On the ground, Garraway. Hands on your head, face down.
Lorenzo. See, what was the point in all that? If Luke, there was no reason for Luke to be there, and now he's arrested. Why? For what reason? Pointless, pointless, pointless. We already have so much going on. We do not.
You are despicable, aren't you?
Mr. Lightwood, what a pleasant surprise. I didn't know you came with this apartment.
Oh, that's funny.
Really is a beautiful space. Wouldn't you agree? The perfect Brooklyn pied-à-terre.
You are the High Warlock. You're supposed to protect people like Magnus, not exploit them.
As a matter of fact, I did help Magnus. There's nothing to say that I shouldn't be compensated for it.
I've seen your mansion. You don't need this apartment. You just wanted to humiliate him.
Yes, I did. And the fact that he sent his little boyfriend to plead his case tells me I more than succeeded.
I am the head of the New York Institute. Don't speak to me like that.
Ooh.
You're right. Perhaps this is getting unnecessarily heated.
That's this whole show.
I want you to give Magnus his apartment back, and I'll make you a deal, a fair one. One not beneath your dignity as a leader.
Let me tell you something about being a leader. When a subordinate comes to question your judgment and launches a fireball in your face, it's your duty to put him in line. Your boyfriend still hasn't accepted that I'm the High Warlock now, not him. If I had to break his spirit to teach him that, so be it.
Enjoy his position while it lasts. The Clade doesn't take kindly to conniving, unethical, downworld leaders. You will slip up. And when you do, I'll be waiting there to take you down.
As much as I love Alec expressing his authority, because yes, we love the head of the Institute, like, the High Warlock versus the head of the Institute, who really has more power? Like, I love you, Alec, but also you're just sort of like a CEO, whereas Lorenzo's sort of like, well, does he have more powers? I'm thinking, like, the High Warlock would be, like, more powerful than the rest of the Warlocks, but maybe he's also just sort of, like, an appointed figurehead, and is just as powerful as the rest of them. But, like, you would think the High Warlock is the most powerful, that's why Magnus got all that work, but who knows? I actually don't know how their government works. But, I don't really think the head of the Institute holds that much power. But they're writing Lorenzo as an asshole because he's a villain and you're not supposed to like him, but, like, what he's saying is very valid. Like, Magnus did sort of just, like, come and, like, try to kill him. Lorenzo's like, I will take your apartment for, like, giving you your whole life back. Like, it's truly a very fair price, considering that if we do the math with the transitive property of equality, this apartment is apparently worth Jace's life. And Alec, I think you should realize that if really Magnus only had to pay his, like, apartment for the life of your parabatai, I think if you just put that in perspective, it's all good. Like, I don't know why he's so pressed about this apartment. It's not that big of a deal. But we need drama, so that's fun, I guess. Because we gotta make sure we include every character ever in these last few episodes. Oh, we love drinks.
Another, Mr. Bain?
Oh, no, dear. I believe I am perfectly content.
We love Mr. Bane.
Wow, thanks.
What can I say? It's a day I will always remember.
Yeah, me too.
We love a $100 tip. We love appreciating wait staff. Yes. That was so kind. We love that. What's gonna happen?
Institute? Here I come.
Why are we... Oh no. I was like, why are we having this scene? Oh, his nose is bleeding because of the magic, because his body isn't reacting well to the overuse of magic that he was clearly doing throughout the fucking episode, where he was being so extra with his goddamn magic. What did I say? I said, like, short term, it's not going to work with all the magic. So if he has to give the magic back or whatever, because apparently you could just do that, does he get his apartment back? If he can learn to live as a mundane, because literally getting his magic back seems so pointless and stupid. They keep adding in all of these new elements, and it doesn't make any sense. But we're going to finish the episode before I get to that. Oh wow, it's a USB stick with the Shadowhunter logo on it. There are all the candles! Oh, we love the prop department.
Can't believe I let him go.
Neither can I.
I couldn't kill Valentine, remember?
Yeah, then you died.
Valentine raised you. I didn't even have to kill him. I had to draw a stupid rune and...
Yeah, wait! Clary can draw runes. I've completely forgotten this as a character trait. She could just make up runes, and they have power. Why was this never utilized? Oh my god. I think the writers also forgot that she could do this, because you would think as soon as she got a stele, she would be like... Because she can also draw portal runes, can't she? There was a whole episode where she drew a rune and it made a portal. Could she not, once she got the stele and went outside that antique shop when Jonathan was inside, been like, portal rune, and then left? This show makes less and less sense. Oh my god. Shadowhunters really got me fucked up with how stupid they are, but okay. Fine.
I couldn't.
When Jonathan was disguised as me, did he...
Yeah, they kissed. Uh-huh.
Did he do anything to you?
They kissed? Thank you, let's address this.
He kissed me.
Disgusting. Disgusting?
I feel so violated. I should have known.
Do not blame yourself, it's not your fault.
I swear on the angel. I swear on us.
I don't know how your relationship is above the angel, but okay.
Why us?
Because there isn't anything I believe in more.
That's stupid, but okay. I guess it's supposed to be sweet.
Sorry.
Now she can't kiss him because she can't forget thinking about kissing her brother. Oh, we love this. But it's actually being used in, like, a kind of okay way, which is... It's still... I still don't get why they had to include incest at all, but they're doing it kind of right, because she's like, this was truly a violation on me as a person. They're not just trying to write it off, and they're, like, treating it as wrong as it should be treated, which is good. But also, like, didn't need to do it at all, but it's fine. Jason's such a good boyfriend.
No. Please stay.
Of course.
I truly don't believe Clary deserves him, but they were kind of cute this episode. I still don't get why they're together at all. Oh my god. I'm not doing this.
Ready to play again? I've been practicing.
Not now.
He's gonna kill
You're
her.
not still angry with me, are you?
Actually, I'm in an excellent mood. I had a breakthrough with my sister. And I have a feeling that the real Clary will be joining me much sooner than expected.
Oh god. Oh thank god that episode's over. Okay. You've seen my reaction through this episode. I don't understand why they're doing anything that they're doing anymore, because they have so many plot lines that they've introduced, and yet they're not following any of them, and they're just creating new shit. That whole episode was so stupid and so pointless. It was probably my least favorite episode of the entire show. There was no point for literally anything in that entire episode. I now hate Maya because they've ruined her character. Because that whole point where she was just sitting and doing nothing and being stupid really annoyed me. And they've made her such a damsel when she could have been such a strong female character. They have ruined her, and now I don't like her. Luke, that whole storyline, so dumb. Now he's arrested for literally no reason because he didn't have to go. Simon just could have gone by himself. I like Simon now. This episode, because I saw so little of Simon, made me actually genuinely like him. Like, this episode really just flipped my opinions on every character. All the characters I liked, I don't like anymore. And all the characters I don't like, I like. Well, except it's really just for Simon. Simon's the only person who I was like, I hate you. And now I'm like, I really did like him in this episode. He was really only in it for a little bit. And maybe that's all that he needed. Maybe I just don't like too much of Simon, because when he like talks too much, he gets annoying. Maybe that's it. Because he was there, he helped Luke with the whole tailpipe thing. That was funny, and it showed he has actual skills. And like he made a joke about movies. That was cute. And then he went and he like saved Maya and Jordan, and he did things. And he listened. He listened when Luke was like, "You need to go." Simon listened. Oh, what if this is the characterization for the rest of the show? What if I just watch the next 6 episodes hating everyone except for Simon? Well, and Izzy. Izzy was smart. Izzy was smart and getting things done, and she was proactive, and I loved that. Alec was also okay. I feel like he was trying to like, he was kind of abusing his power, because when he was like, "You're exploiting Magnus," is he really? He really asked for such a small price for something that's seemingly so important to him. But Alec, because he has a bias, because that's like his boyfriend, is like, "You can't treat my boyfriend like this," but really it's stupid. But like Lorenzo, there he's kind of an asshole. I get it. We're not supposed to like him, but he's making very valid arguments, and like, he really didn't ask for a lot. I don't know why Alec is so attached to the apartment. I guess just because it's like the idea of it, like taking something so wonderful because he just wanted to hurt Magnus, not because he actually cared about getting the apartment. But like, Lorenzo should get compensation for giving him magic and basically making him a warlock. I feel like Alec is being a bit unreasonable. Clary in this episode was okay. She didn't do anything exponentially stupid, except for letting Jonathan go, but we don't know why. She just sort of did. And the clay scenes were kind of okay. Like, a lot of the times I feel like the clay scenes are really forced and unbearable, but they went ice skating, which actually seemed to have some purpose to the overall plot, because that's where Jonathan found them. And they had witty banter, and they were kind of cute, even though it made no sense for Jace to be bad at ice skating, because he should be trained in, like, balance, because he's a Shadowhunter. But it's whatever. Jace's character, he didn't do much. He was sort of unconscious for a lot of it. But I love Jace. I really do adore Jace. He's a wonderful boyfriend. He's so sweet and caring to Clary and all of her needs. That whole line at the end where he was like, "I swear on us," after he said, "I swear on the angel," was sort of like, because to them, angel is like God, and I don't think that your love is God. Okay, JD, Veronica, we get it. I'm still so mad about what they just did for the whole Maya Jordan storyline. They literally sat in like a freezer for 3/4 of the episode. Not even 3/4, more like 9/10 of the episode. They were just there, and it was so dumb. I don't get why we needed that scene at all. Why Maya could have just got them out herself. It just was so stupid. Especially since the way that you see the door move, it seemed like Simon could grab it from the outside, which means the hinges move outwards. So if Maya like wolfed out and pushed really hard, pretty sure she could have opened the door. That was just so stupid. Other than to establish their relationship, because it seems like they want to put them together by the end, which is stupid, especially since we have already established that she was like assaulted and violated when she was turned by Jordan. I don't know why we are forgiving him for this, just because he did those awful, I think because they want to like write Jordan as a nice guy, but he can be remorseful and apologetic and realize what he did was wrong and learn and grow from that, because all people can do that. But that doesn't mean because you want people to like him, Maya needs to forgive him. It just makes no sense. And then they had a whole line with Maya being like, "I was just too in love with you, what you did wasn't your fault," when it really truly was. It's not a good message to send to people, to be like, "Oh, my trauma that was done to me was my fault," because it's not true. That was just so stupid, and I hated it so much. And there was no reason for them to sit there that long, especially when Maya knew that he was dying of silver poisoning. Like, if they wanted to have a whole heart-to-heart moment, she could have wolfed out, got them out, taken him to the Praetor, dressed it up as some sort of hospital set where she could sit by his bedside as, like, he is being treated and, like, resting after they get all, like, the silver out of him. Then they could have had that conversation when he's not actively dying. But they wanted to do it in a freezer for no fucking... it's so stupid. Oh my god. Like, this show, I love it. I truly do. But that episode was really so awful and it made me so angry. Like, literally nothing in that episode made sense. There was no point for any of those events to happen. Magnus got his magic back, but it's clearly not working out because of the nosebleed. And it's like, oh, his body isn't taking to it. So he's either going to get over it because we want to keep Magnus with powers, or he's not going to, and that whole stretch of time when he had powers is going to be pointless because there's no actual conflict. Like, I don't get why he needed to have his magic, because we didn't see any of that internal struggle that he talked about. We didn't see him being like, I don't know who I am anymore, or like dressing differently or acting differently. Like, there was one episode where he was like, I just gotta go not miss out on all these things because of FOMO. Then Alec was like, we need to stop and smell the roses, and Magnus was like, you right, and that was literally it, and I thought we were fine, and he was apparently not fine. That whole Magnus storyline literally made no fucking sense. I don't get why he's so pressed on having powers, because they didn't show us any struggle of him without powers, and this is clearly not going to be worthwhile in any sense, because he's either going to keep the powers and he's going to just be fine, or he's going to not have the powers, and these whole like scenes where he's like having his powers and having to deal with Lorenzo are going to be pointless. And the fact that they're not talking about the greater implications of him having his powers is really confusing, because they have had like, I think maybe 1 or 2 talks about like what the relationship means if he is immortal, and then once he became mundane he was no longer immortal, and they talked about like getting old and having like 50 years left, and now he has his powers again, so I'm guessing he's immortal again. So do we have to be on that bullshit of being like, what does this mean for our relationship? But I don't know, because apparently they're also going to get married in this season, so like what is the point of doing all of this? There are so many storylines that literally don't need. There are like 17,000 fucking storylines going on in this exact same show, and they spent like a good 20 minutes of this episode with Jordan and Maya sitting in a freezer doing nothing. And I'm like, we have the Heidi storyline, we have the vampires and the werewolves being mad at each other, we now have Magnus and Lorenzo getting back with his powers, we have the Clave and their abusing of the downworld, we have Jonathan and Clary, we have Jonathan and the Morningstar. Like, there's so much going on. Now Luke is arrested. There's like literally so much going on that I don't get why they keep trying to add new elements. We did not need to have a whole storyline of Magnus getting his powers back and being in a feud again with Lorenzo. We don't have that kind of time. We also don't have that kind of time for 3 full-length scenes of Jordan and Maya stuck in a fucking freezer. This episode just made me so angry. There is no point for any of that to have happened. So 40 minutes of maybe the like 300 that we have left in this season was spent doing literally nothing, and I am so angry. I love this show and I want it to be good, and I want them to like have really good, exciting, fulfilling episodes when they have only like so many left, and they are wasting it. And this episode is a clear example of how they're just writing about nothing. Like, they feel like they have to include every single character ever in these last few episodes when they really truly don't, and they only need to focus on 1 or 2 main plot points in order to fully flesh them out and make them interesting. But instead they are trying to throw in everything and everyone in order to have a million different plot lines that are not developed and make no sense, so that the whole show suffers, and I don't get it. It's so fucking stupid. Nothing happened with the whole Jonathan storyline. We had a realization that Clary did something. We don't even know what that realization is, because she was like, I can't kill him and I don't know why, and that was literally it. That's all we got in the progression of that storyline. We got nothing with Heidi. Heidi wasn't in this episode. There were no more werewolf vampire fights, so we don't know anything that's happening there. We got a little bit of progress on the Morningstar sword, mostly just that it wasn't in this random grave in Belgium, which served no purpose other. That literally was so stupid. We didn't need to know that, because we didn't already have the idea that there was a sword possibly in Belgium. They introduced that it was going to be in this grave that we already kind of knew wasn't there, because we saw Jonathan go to this guy that said he had the sword. So they introduced that the sword was somewhere that already didn't make sense, and that it wasn't there. So that whole thing was pointless. I am so angry. I'm so angry. This is so fucking stupid. Luke is now arrested for literally no reason because he didn't need to be there. We got no progress on the whole Clave thing except there is a flash drive. We don't know what's on the flash drive, but there is one. I'm so angry. I don't get why they're writing it like this. There's no reason for any of this to happen. Like, we already got that Lorenzo and Magnus, like, hated each other. We didn't need any more of that. No one cared about Lorenzo. No one cares about these tertiary characters they keep trying to bring in. No one cares about Heidi. No one cares about Lorenzo. No one really cares about Maya and Jordan. Like, I feel like there's, like, some people that do, but in the grand scheme of all of the characters, Maya's not that high up on the priority list of people we need to be seeing right now. And then we had a whole incesty plot that I was really hoping they would avoid, but they didn't. And it's just nasty, but they made it clear that Clary knew that it was nasty, and they're treating it with the severity of how nasty it is, which is good. But they're still showing... This still didn't need to happen, really didn't. Like, it could have just been a purely non-romantic, non-sexual bond that they had. Like, there was no reason to write Jonathan as this creepy, incesty guy. He could have just been longing for, like, a familial bond that he never had because he never had a mother, he never had a father, so he truly just wanted a sister. But now he's like... And I know I said at the beginning of this episode that it was confirmed that Jonathan didn't know that Clary and Jace had sex, but it's very clear from the very first scene that he does. He had a whole weird fantasy where she talked about it, so he has to know, which is even worse. I hate it. I really want this show to be good, and I really do like this show, but this episode just made me so angry, and it's making me so worried that the rest of the show is going to be like this, because now that they've introduced all these fucking stupid, pointless storylines, they're going to have to, like, close them at some point, which is probably just going to make the rest of the episodes even more stupid. So, genuinely not looking forward to it. I don't want to see more of that. I don't care. I don't care about Maya and Jordan. I don't care whether Jordan lives or dies. I don't care if Jordan and Maya end up together. I really don't care what's going on with Simon, because Simon's really not doing anything, because all of the Heidi situation, it's not really happening with him involved. It's just it's happening because of him. Simon's really not like involved in that, so I don't care what Simon's doing. I don't really care what Heidi's doing, because what she's doing has no connection to the main plot line that we have been following since season 2. Like, I only really care what Jonathan's doing, and Jonathan's doing, like, nothing. He is, like, doing weird roleplay sex things with someone pretending to be a sister, which is not what I care to see. You know? I don't care what's happening with the werewolves and the vampires, because apparently there was no progression. There weren't more werewolf and vampire fights. Everyone was still chilling at the bar that night, so it seemed like everybody was fine. It seemed like a 1-2 retaliation. Like, you came and you assaulted the head vampire, that's what they're called, and then they came and they slaughtered your whole pack, and, like, that's it. And if the werewolves don't retaliate, that seems like the end of that, so don't get why that needed to happen, because now there's no pack to be the alpha of, so I don't know why they had the whole conversation with Maya possibly being the alpha, because now her whole pack is dead. Don't care about that. I don't care about Magnus and Lorenzo at all. He did not need to be in this last half of the season. Like, I love finding out that that is the same guy who I love from Broadway, but don't care. His character is not important. Like, the only reason we needed to go to Lorenzo is because none of the other, like, warlocks would help him. That's such a stupid reason. He's still friends with Katarina. If Katarina could give him powers, why wouldn't she do that? Like, she angers the like, High Warlock. I don't get what the High Warlock does. Like, is the High Warlock the only person that can give you powers because they're the High Warlock? How does that work? Because there didn't seem to be any ceremony where Lorenzo got, like, stronger than Magnus. So I don't think it's a power thing. I think it's just sort of like a title. So there's, like, no... So stupid. Especially since Katarina left Madsy with Magnus. If, like, Katarina, seemingly, it makes sense, logically, that she could have given him powers, because apparently any warlock can do that, that she would have been like, here are some powers, protect Madsy. And she wouldn't have had to have been attacked. It really feels like they're just trying to include any and every character they've ever talked about in order to, like, feel like everyone was included in this finale season when we really don't need it. There's too much going on and none of it matters. And it's so annoying when there are things that actually matter that are not progressing at all. Nothing's happening with Jonathan. Nothing's happening with the Clave. Like, nothing is happening. That whole episode was a whole bunch of filler, and when you have 10 episodes left, you can't have filler. And you would think that whole scene where they were like looking through when Alec and that other Shadowhunter guy was like looking through the book, they're like, there has to be another way for this to be easily done, and then Magnus comes in with like, I have magic. I know that was a whole setup for him to be like, I have magic again, but literally since their institute, unlike the book, is so modern and so digital, why don't they have a machine that digitizes their books? That should have been super easy, especially with how high-tech their institute is, but they just needed a reason to show off Magnus's powers. But it's so stupid. This writing is so stupid. But, yeah. This video's gone on long enough. I don't even know what else I want to say because I'm just so upset and I'm so angry, and literally this is all so fucking stupid. And, you know, for the first time in a long time, not looking forward to the rest of the show. I feel like it's going to be stupid. I don't want it to be stupid, and I'm really hoping that it's not going to be stupid and they're going to just cut all of the fat off of the show and actually focus and develop the storylines that matter. But, like, the way that this is going, I don't think that's going to happen.